We'll do that. There you go. Show today, 17th, and yes, it is fun. Now, you know, being a father is not always the easiest job to do, but boy, is it rewarding, especially when your kids recognize you. Not in terms of achievement, of course, but, you know, actually recognize who you are. It's happened to me a few times, and it's always very heartwarming. But, you know, Father's Day is a wonderful day, and I'd like to wish everyone out there, all the fathers out there, a wonderful Happy Father's Day, who are trying to make like a positive impact in your child's life. It's not always the easiest thing, but you know what? Keep up the great work. And also, you know what? Keep up the great shout outs because we love them. The first one goes out to Sally McCutcheon. She sends us a video and says, "I love you, Dad." Sally from Wichita, Kansas, and all the kids, and then LOL. And here's the video.
Dads out there, Happy Father's Day. Come
Happy
on, guys.
Father's Day! Happy Father's Day!
I love that. What a handsome family. White Crow sends us a picture saying, "Happy Father's Day to my cowboy John." Here's the breakdown. Father of 4, grandfather of 6, and fur baby dad to 8 horses, 2 dogs, 2 cats, and 80 chickens. There's a picture of that. 80 chickens. That's one of the horses, of course. That is not a chicken pictured with that gentleman. Just to let you know. You know what's on the menu at their house, right? Eggs. All the time. And Cindy Privat tweets, "Happy Father's Day to Chuck Privat. Our Marine is home on leave for the week." And here's a picture of that. Check this out. Wow, huh? If that is not a heartwarming picture, then nothing is. Thank you, young man, for your service. We wish you all the best of luck. You are amazing. You are amazing. You know what else is amazing here on the Cash Show is our Lucky Spin segment. Everyone loves this Lucky Spin game. It is coming up at the end of our next show tonight. So you've tuned in around the same time that you need to tune in, but it's after the next show tonight. But don't go anywhere because after this show right over here that you just tuned into, we have another AMA, which is an Ask Me Anything segment, and I'd love to answer any of your questions. So post them in the comments, and we'll get to as many as we can. And it's hashtag CSRAFAMA. So hashtag CSRAFAMA. Get those questions in because I love to answer those. I am an open book, as I like to say. And you know what else I love? I love trivia, and it's time for some trivia. Question number 1. What does the word cafe literally mean? Rest, snack, or coffee? I'm pretty sure the literal translation of the word cafe is an antiquated term for place of many laptops and very few outlets. We've all been there. Very frustrating. But where does that generally take place and what are people doing? They're probably sipping on their answer. Coffee. That's your answer. Now, cafe is a French word that is kind of come to use in many countries worldwide. It can be referred to like both coffee houses. You can refer to formal restaurants. Really just about anything nowadays. All right, question number 2. What is the order of Olympic medals from 3rd to 1st? Bronze, silver, gold, gold, silver, bronze, or silver, bronze, gold? Wait a minute, hold on. You get a medal for one of these 3 places? I always just received a ribbon, generally blue in color, with the word participation on it. I didn't get anything made out of metal, but hopefully you got this one right because you can give yourself a little medal. It is bronze, silver, and gold. Now, the practice of giving medals started in 1904. Prior to that, olive wreaths were the ancient Greek way, presumably with some kind of wording on it that said, if you had fun, you won. Which I think it's like participation. Question number 3. What does the contraction should have stand for? Should have, should have, or should not? People are always looking for a shortcut these days, right? We see it with contractions all the time, and also with names like BSB, of course, Backstreet Boys, KFC, NKOTB, IHOP. Oh, wait, it's a IHOB now. Weird name. But the answer is should have. Now, if you got this one wrong, you should have studied your contractions. You see how that works? That could have been kind of a dad joke. It's more like a dad observation. We don't need the whiteboard now. No need for the whiteboard. Don't go there. Question number 4. What popular dance comes from Hawaii? Line, swing, or hula? To master this style of dance, you need pinpoint concentration, out-of-this-world body control, and the ability to rock a grass skirt, because we are talking about the hula, which is your answer. Now, line dancing is believed to have originated from folk dancing, and swing dancing dates back to the 1920s and is associated with the Charleston and the Lindy Hop. Neither of those two I will demonstrate for you right now. Question number 5. Which Britney Spears single has a section in the music video that references the blockbuster movie Titanic? Toxic, Crazy, or Oops, I Did It Again? And no, they did not reenact the now infamous Rose is the only one floating on that very large piece of wood, despite the fact that there's enough room for Jack scene.
Oh, it's beautiful. But wait a minute, isn't this...
Contact us, troubleshooting info. Contact us. This sends it for fun and Twitter at @CashShow_Raphael. You can also tweet us directly by using the handle at @CashShow_Trivia. All right, very cool. Question number 6. This is the first of our prize questions. It is worth $150. And here we go. By what name is eggplant known in many parts of Europe? Aubergine, courgette, or choux? The Japanese have a proverb about eggplant, and it's absolutely true. It says, the happiest omen for a new year is first Mount Fuji, then the falcon, and lastly, eggplant. Or you can just call it by your answer, aubergine. Now, get ready to have your mind blown. This is kind of crazy. The eggplant is not a vegetable at all. No, it is a berry. And although you cannot smoke it or use it as a patch, the eggplant does have nicotine, which is kind of crazy. Cool fact, though. Question number 7. In which London palace would you find Big Ben? Kensington Palace, Buckingham Palace, or Palace of Westminster? I do know that Big Ben Roethlisberger can be found at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh because he is the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But your answer is Palace of Westminster. Yes, so the Elizabeth Tower of the Palace of Westminster is home to Big Ben, which is not actually the name of the giant clock, but of the big bell inside the tower. So now, you have got to be kidding me. I thought on this Father's Day we could avoid a Comfort Cat appearance, but it looks like Comfort Cat is here because a lot of you guys did not get that right. We're sorry. Stick around, though, because the fun is just beginning. Question 8. Who is the only person to win the Academy Award for Best Actor in a leading role after their death? Is it Spencer Tracy, James Dean, or Peter Finch? The only other person to posthumously win an acting Oscar is Heath Ledger for his supporting role in The Dark Knight in 2008. But we're talking about the absolutely outstanding performance of your answer, Peter Finch. Now, Finch starred as news presenter Howard Beale in the film Network, but during the promotional tour of the film, he unfortunately had a heart attack and died before the Oscar ceremony. But if you've not seen that performance, definitely see it. Question number 9. You guys are performing well. This is worth $300. Which of these small things is the smallest? white blood cell, red blood cell, or platelet? Now, don't forget, after this round of the Cash Show, we're doing another AMA session, which is Ask Me Anything. And if you want to get your questions submitted, it's hashtag CSRAFAMA. Hashtag CSRAFAMA. Your answer for this question is platelet. Did you know that? Platelets are generally no more than 3 microns in diameter, while red blood cells are around 8, and white blood cells can reach up to 17 microns in diameter. To put that into some sort of perspective, the thinnest diameter of a human hair, okay, is roughly 17 microns. That is tiny. Wow. Question number 10. Which of these is a type of popular English biscuit introduced in 1910? Rum biscuit, whiskey biscuit, or bourbon biscuit? So this biscuit holds the honor of being the first biscuit to be consumed on the moon. It was enjoyed by Mr. Buzz Aldrin in 1969. The biscuit we're looking for is the bourbon biscuit. This sounds really yummy. The chocolate buttercream biscuits take their name from a contraction, we're back to that, of the 2 names Burnville and Bonn, their place of invention, and the hometown of the inventor. Question number 11. Wow, we're almost at question 12 already. What is going on here? We're flying through this round. $450 this question is worth. In honor of what famous person was Carlsberg Special Brew beer created? Was it Jimmy Carter, Winston Churchill, or Prince Charles? Following the Danish tradition of producing a new beer for special occasions, Special Brew was first created by the Carlsberg Brewery in 1950 to celebrate a visit from Britain's Prime Minister, and that gentleman was your answer, Winston Churchill. You know, knowing of the man's great fondness for cognac, the brewers infused the beer with brandy flavor, which remains today. It's still around. It's so popular. Now, remember, we're live again this evening with Lucky Spin. And stay tuned after this round of the Cash Show, AMA. Submit your questions now via our chat room. I cannot wait to answer them. As I said before, I'm an open book. I love it. And you know what else I love? I love our final round. I'm sure that you'll notice a pattern here with our 12th question. Here it is. Beer, with more than 2.25% alcohol content was illegal in which country up until 1989? Malta, Iceland, or Croatia? Now keep something in mind. Most beers have between 5 and 14% alcohol by volume, and kombucha tea, which is very popular nowadays, barely misses the cut with anywhere from 0.5 to 2% ABV. Your answer is Iceland. That is your answer for this question. If you got that right, you won. You are amazing. Now, in Iceland, Beer Day is celebrated every year on March 1st, honoring the elimination of the 74-year prohibition of beer, which lasted from 1915 to 1989. The time to celebrate. Now is the time to celebrate because you just won this round of the Cash Show. On the screen right now is our prize distribution list. I see we didn't have a ton of winners in this round of the Cash Show, so the payout will be a little bit higher than other rounds of the Cash Show, which is very exciting. So can't wait to see that exact number. I'm pretty good at math, and by good, I mean not good at all, but I couldn't figure this out on my own. I'll have to actually read it off the screen. And what am I seeing? Whoa! 710 winners, and you're getting $3.26. That is not bad. I think we played this is like 13-minute round. That wasn't bad, right? Those are some pretty good numbers. Now, while you're taking a look at that prize distribution list, some comments. Is it Foos Hiki? Will you be my dad? Absolutely. I got 5. I got room for more. And then I'll just have to. YDNEFC? I feel like I should cover one eye. Hulu, Netflix, or Amazon? You got to have all of them. You have to have all the bases covered. You never know what they have. Now, that is very exciting. Congratulations to all our winners. Of course, we're about to launch into our AMA section of the show, of course, which is the Ask Me Everything. I see a question coming in. Eva, no, I can't ask that. 23, 2110. Okay. From something about New York? Yeah, from New York. Yeah. All right. Are we ready? All right. Why don't we? I was going to try to get a beverage, but I don't have any near me. All right. Here we go. Question number 1 from you guys. Ages of your kids. This is a challenge, and this is a test, isn't it? We have 17. We have 14. We have 8, 6, and almost 4. Yes. Yeah, I did it. That's not something you should crow about, right? I mean, you should know the ages of your kids. But don't ask me the names. Just kidding. No, really. Next question. Who are your favorite Major League Baseball and NFL teams? I will say that I am partial, of course, and a lot of people may hate me. I'm partial to my hometown teams. Those would be the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. I know people in New York say, hey, what are you doing? You got to root for one or the other. You can't root for both. What are you, crazy? I like both. So be it. If it has NY on it, I'm a fan. So yeah, those are, and then football. I don't really have a favorite football team. I mainly root against teams I don't like. It's kind of a reverse thing. I know it's one of those like good guy, bad guy things. It's not very good. It's not fun to watch football with me because I just kind of yell and say dumb things at the screen. Let me see. Oh, so this is the question. So Eva, 23-110. Where in New York City are you from, Raph? I am from like the actual city. Some people say I'm from New York and they're from Buffalo or Westchester. You're like, that's not New York. It's the city. So it was Brooklyn first and then Lower East Side on Madison and Gouverneur. There's actually a famous housing project called the Vladeck Housing Projects, which are still around. It's only a few years ago though, but they're still around. And they're kind of famous. So that's where I was from, the projects. You can tell I'm very street. Next question. Do you have a bucket list? If so, would you share a couple on your list? Getting to host this show was the only thing on my bucket list. So really that was, now I can. That was my version of dying. Actually, I'm one of these weird people, like, death scares me. I have to admit that. And so I haven't put a bucket list together. I have this convoluted feeling that, like, I'm going to somehow live forever. So I'm like, I don't need a bucket list. But I haven't really thought about it. But now you got me thinking about it. And now I'm terrified. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm just kidding. That was Mac G, coming in from Mac G. So that was our AMA. Are we still doing this? Oh, one more. Okay, one more. Director Dave, we all know, left the comfort of his mom's basement where he was playing video games, and he's directing the show. Director Dave, what is your favorite food? So Mac G has that question. Mac G, obviously you weren't paying attention because we all know I love pizza. I like pizza is insane, and I can probably eat it every day of the week, but I try not to, just because I remember Frank Sinatra was doing a live show one time, and he said that back in the day, he was called Slim and Stickman and all these kind of thin names. And at the time, he was a little pudgy. He said, that was many years ago, and many pieces of pizza from that point. So that scared me off of a lot of pizza. But yeah, that's my favorite. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed this round of AMA. Ask Me Anything. CS RAF AMA, hashtag it, and you can submit your questions. But you know what? Coming after the next show tonight, in about an hour from now, we have Lucky Spin, and we will see you then. Thanks, guys.
It was a charge of attempted rape, but ended up losing lascivious behavior